Bro, I've always been an introvert since I was a kid, honestly. I never liked being around a lot of people. And this is before I even became super conscious and truly ascendant as an elevated individual. But I knew ever since my childhood, I was always different. I was always standing out without even trying to stand out, whether it's with family members or in school or when I was in church, whatever the situation may be. I was always the black sheep. And the thing about that whole situation is I always, I remember at one time I wanted to be accepted. And not because I was trying to be cool or he's just trying to be hip and all this stuff, because I notice a lot of us guys that's truly conscious, that's for those that's black pilled or even some that even took the white pill, we seen a lot of violence in our household. Like I remember growing up, I seen my parents cuss and scream at each other all the time. Stuff was getting thrown around all the time. It was a very chaotic and violent household, and I know for a fact that's one of the main reasons that helped. Well, I don't want to say help, but it formed me being an introvert as well, because I seen it not only at my household but even school. It was just a lot of terrorizing and a lot of just meanness and just evil. Because if you ever notice, when you're truly an introvert, I noticed this as I had it at school. A lot of people was always effing with me. I even had a dude one time, like in high school. I never forget this, bro. He tried effing with me because he's like, "Oh, you think you better than everybody? You too quiet." And I'm just like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. I notice people always get intimidated or even jealous and just get pissed off when you stay to yourself and you don't fool with the masses. Because let's be honest, bro, introverts are the true intellectuals. I'm not disrespecting extroverts, but introverts, we observe everything in this world. We peep game. We know a lot more than an average person because we absorb everything like a sponge. We see everything, whether you think we're dumb or not. We see it all. We like to take our time and truly think on a logical scale versus an emotion scale like most of these people. But the most important thing about introverts, we stay to ourselves and we live and fight for another day. And the reason why I said live and fight for another day, because we outsmarted and we was playing chess while everybody was playing checkers. That's the one thing I love about being an introvert. I love being alone, aka solitude. I love staying by myself, not because I had to, because that's just the way I felt comfortable, even as a kid. I always stood out because I didn't have a lot of friends. A lot of people didn't like being around me like that, and I was cool with that. But the people that did love me and did gravitate towards me, which is a small, close-knit community, I treated them like they were actually blood relatives, because blood relatives are not actually relatives. They're just, I actually want to call them just, excuse me for laughing. I just want to call them just bacteria, because, I mean, you got good bacteria and you got bad bacteria, so it kind of works out. But they're just bacteria, bro. And introverts are honestly the most beautiful people that you will ever meet. Like every time I met an introvert, I'm not saying extroverts are not real either, but introverts are always the most genuine, the most down to earth, because they take time to reflect not only on themselves and life, but they have time to build on themselves and their lives. I love the introverts that I do meet on my YouTube channel, that I meet on YouTube. I mean, I already said YouTube, excuse me, Twitter or Instagram or just in real life, are the most coolest, most dopest people I ever met, bro. Because we're not trying to be the life of the party. We're not trying to be the center of attention. Last time I checked, bro, who wants to be the center of attention? That's weird as fuck to me, bro. Like, I don't believe in being the center of attention. Like, when I was younger, like, I mean, younger, like 16, 17, 18, 19, I low-key kind of wanted to be the center of attention. But even as a kid, and teenager, I was always an introvert. And I always had to come out of my shell, because you don't want to come off as too antisocial, if that makes sense. Or some people's like, oh, he's kind of weird. Oh, bro, I've been called weird so many times as a kid, especially from girls. But this video is not about women, by the way. But when you're truly in your own world as an introvert, you truly excel and go to places mentally that many people would never even phantom to go to. Do you know how many times that I pretended I was in another world when I read books? That was one of my biggest escapes as a kid. And even as an adult, like, I don't really read as much books, like physical books now, because all my books are online on my cell phone. Because anybody that has an iPhone or Android, you can read books online. You don't really need a physical book, but I still like physical books. But books are my way of escaping. I love knowledge. I love anybody that drops any type of real authentic wisdom. I love talking to individuals with high vibrational energy. I love talking to people that have substance. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with here and there, that's why I call it junk food. And you got your healthy food, celebrity gossip, of course, the dick measuring contest, which is politics people love to talk about. But I love talking about stuff that truly matters in this scripted world. But not just this world in general, but just the various dimensions and realms that's associated in this universe. Being an introvert is honestly something you cannot teach. You cannot buy that. You have to naturally just be an introvert. Sometimes you can grow into being an introvert, but usually it starts when you're a kid. You were always an introvert. You just never really fully picked up on it or really peeped it out or truly accepted yourself as an introvert. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert. There's nothing wrong with staying to yourself. Don't let anybody try to change you. These people are so freaking weird when they be like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. Why is he always talking to himself? Why is he so standoffish? Why doesn't he want to talk to us? It's because when we see a person that seems kind of fake, well, not kind of, he is fake, or he's just really loud and obnoxious, whether it be the workplace or school, or my personal favorite where they're just trying to get attention from girls and they're not really a Mac daddy or player as they want to call it, but he's really a fucking simp. He's a bitch. That's when they want to be like, oh, he don't get no women because he's not talking. No, I don't get women not because I don't talk, because they're NPCs, which is a non-playable character. They're all shallow as fuck, no matter the continent, no matter the country or the state or city. It doesn't matter. Once you understand women, you understand female nature, but it's because I stay to myself and I know that no matter what person is in my life, I'm not saying all people because there's still some good people that's still in my life. People come and go. That's normal in life. Relationships, ships, a ship can sink or stay afloat. Friendships, you hear ships at the end. So don't be too upset when somebody distances themselves from you or it just naturally just falls apart, because naturally as an introvert, you always retreat back into your natural element, which is staying to yourself, being at the park, which I love doing, absorbing just the beautiful sunshine and looking at the beautiful vegetation, walking barefoot on the ground, drinking plenty of water, alkaline lifestyle. If you don't know what alkaline is, please look at alkaline lifestyle. Not a diet, there's a difference. It's an alkaline lifestyle. You learn so much about yourself in the world when you're introvert. And half the people that are really conscious in this world, not all, but a good majority, a vast majority, should I say, are introverts, bro. I mean, honestly, bro, I could keep going on about how awesome and truly amazing introverts are, but this video will probably go a long, long time. And for people that's not really big into zodiac signs, I also know it's a big thing too, because this is wild. This is going to sound wild. So people, check this out. My moon sign is Leo. My sun sign is is Leo. And my rising sign, which is the most important sign of all, is Capricorn. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but your rising sign is what people see you day in and day out, every single day. Is what the outer experience and this overall just talking to you is. People always want to get the birth sign, which is the sun sign, mixed up and think that's who that person is. No, your rising sign is who you truly are. A lot of people do not know my rising sign is Capricorn. And if you know what a Capricorn rising is, we're very, this is just basically in a nutshell. We love earth tone colors, and I look very good at earth tone colors. We're very reserved. We're very non-confrontational, extremely mellow. We come off as very stoic, which we are, come off as very serious, but every once in a blue moon, if we find somebody that we like and who was funny, we may laugh and, shoot the breeze with you. But we know there's a time and place for everything. We know that when it comes down to business and we got to handle it, whether it's being a man or actually standing, back and letting the person handle the business, we will be there. We're the most loyal, most individuals. We are the most truthful and just honest individuals overall. And in all honesty too, guys, when I was a younger person, I used to be at war with myself because the Leo side of me would just be at war with the Capricorn rising, because Capricorn rising is the more logical, the more reserved, just overall person that uses not war strategies, but strategies to help you get to the better position in life, but just in general with yourself, mentally and spiritually. Versus the Leo side, which is a fire sign, because Capricorn is earth, but Leo is fire. You're all over the place. Your energy is all over. You're extrovert. You're loud. Usually some are obnoxious or conceited, and I noticed even as a kid, I was always an introvert, but sometimes that Leo side came out of me. But as I gotten older, my kid side came out of me again. But just when I say came out of me, like I still goofy every once in a while. I love having fun, but I I love being a Capricorn rising. So I want everybody that's looking at this video to tell me your moon, your sun, and your rising sign. But guys, never be ashamed to be an introvert. It's a beautiful thing. Introverts are the most realest and most down to earth and coolest people I've ever met. And me being an introvert myself, I'm living proof to that. All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Love you guys. Peace.